G'day guys, it's a new year and I'm back in town. Here at Zen Motorcycles, we've been getting more service requests from the local Indian riders. They're a great community to work with, and since they're using our shop as a meeting point on the 2nd of February, I thought let's show you some of the upgrades we do at Zen. If you know Christine from the Creative Cruiser, she's a friend of the shop and will be there on that Sunday. I have serviced her Roadmaster known as Wally here at Zen before Christmas last year. This engine only has 7,000 kilometers on it, so I'll start by dropping the oil and doing some basic checks around the chassis. These engines have 2 drain plugs, and to access the oil filter, you need to relocate the horn out of the way. For this service, I don't need anything else other than the engine oil, oil filter and sealing washers for the drain plugs. Here, I'm using a brake fluid probe to test the moisture content of the fluid. This fluid tests at 1%, which is acceptable, so I will not be flushing the brake fluid today. Just checking the belt tension here. Modern drive belts I find require fewer adjustments than chains, and this one I can tell is perfect still. Okay guys, leave a like if you want to support a small business, it really helps out. Subscribe if you're a fan of this kind of content, and ring that bell if you don't want to miss anything. Now with the maintenance out of the way, I can start fitting some of the goodies. These customers provided us with some adjustable rear shocks from Indian themselves. Very straightforward fitment. Just support the rear wheel with a jack, remove the shocks, and fit the new shocks. Adjustments can be made in the compression, the rebound, and the preload spring. something weird was going on as I was finishing up there. The left shock mounted on with no issues, but I have a clearance issue with the right side. That gas canister is fouling on the fender struts and I need to space it out. There may have been some spaces in the box that the customer forgot to supply me, but that's not a problem. This gives me an opportunity to cut some new spaces on my new fancy lathe. So parting it off, I knew something was wrong based on that awful sound, but yeah, I made a boo-boo there. I should have checked the alignment of the parting blade, but not to worry, I can still save this part once I get the lathe set up again. So this time I'm going to use a live center to keep the part from deflecting as I part it off. Okay, now I have two 18mm brass spacers. I used brass to add some colour, but also because I had some spare rod left over from another job. Okay, so the next goodie is a high flow air filter from S&S. To fit this, I need to remove the seat, fuel tank and upper frame rails, so that way I can remove the stock airbox. You can't see it, but I have the bike supported on a jack stand to help reduce the frame from flexing when I remove the upper frame rails. With everything out of the way, it is simply a matter of out with the old and in with the new. So there's the new air filter element fitted. The blue element allows more air volume through, it is washable, and should last the life of the bike if it's maintained properly. So to refit the upper frame rails, some flexing was required just to get everything aligned properly. One thing I like to do for future mechanics is leave a note of when this filter was fitted. So that's going to wrap up this job for today. Once I reassemble the bike, I'll reset the service indicator, give her a wash and take her for a test ride. Thanks for watching guys, and if you want to come to check out the shop, swing by Zen Motorcycles for bikes and beans the first Sunday of every month. Like I said earlier, this Sunday will be the first meeting point for the Indian owners, so we'll look forward to seeing you there. That'll do for now. Ride safe and keep going.